Yo, so y'all know, well, maybe, I don't know, from what I'm seeing, a lot of people don't know. However, I live my life on this shit is funny to me. I live my life in the reverse method. I do it with my children, everywhere, everybody, everything get the reverse method. Everybody. It could be my mama. She get the reverse method, right? And for those who don't know how the reverse method, which is probably like definitely will be one of the things that they would have to consent to before I fuck with them. If you can't do the reverse method with me, then I can't fuck with you. And I mentioned it in like prior videos. However, the reverse method is like, let's say, for an example, and this is all in my head. This is all in my head, but it's sent out to the universe spiritually. However, let's say before I walk in your house, in my head, how, sort of my spiritual method will go is I'm walking in these people's house with good intentions. If I came to do any bad things or got lost in my heart, made something bad go down with me. Vice versa. For example, I asked my son, did he take my $20 the other day? And I looked at him and I said, well, I'm gonna do the reverse method on you. I'm gonna do it. And I got the proper answer. However, it just makes me think like, I don't know, because I guess a lot of people, I haven't ran into too many spiritual people. I don't know too many spiritual people, but I do know a lot of people that go to church. However, let's do a reversal spiritual challenge. Wherever you are right now, look at your spouse. Now, the guy, you turn to your wife, your girlfriend or whatever, but your main chick that I would love to know in my comments how it went. So comment, I don't care who you are, comment in the comments how the challenge went for you. Here's the challenge. Look at your wife, look at your spouse, and say to her, just randomly, say to her, you like bitches playing in your pussy? Have you been fucking a female? And tell her before she answer, if it's a lie, you hope you die. And then let her answer. She turned to him. Have you been sleeping around with any of fellers or homeboys tingling around, before you answer, make sure you sure with the answer. Because if you lie, someone gonna die. And then wait for the answer. Turn back to your wife, your lady or whatever, and ask her, are you sleeping around with one of my friends? Are you fooling around with one of my friends? If your answer be a lie, you know, like, I'm not gonna kill you, but somebody's gonna die based on your answer. Turn to your husband or your boyfriend or lover, ask him, you sleeping around with any of my friends? Fooling around with any of my friends? You know, this is a life or death question. You lie, somebody in our family is gonna die. And then take the answer. And that's it. It's just as simple as that. That's how spirituality works. But you have to be able to believe what comes in your mouth before you throw judgment out there. Because things could really take a turn for the worse if you out there fucking over people that don't deserve that type of shit. Whatever it is. So, I don't own spirituality personally. I done came across like so many different views as far as what spirituality is, and I don't, not too many people is into that. They look at spirituality like some type of hex or voodoo or hoodoo. I don't know. But God make all my decisions. When he tell me to move, I move. When he tell me to stop, I stop. He do everything. He feed me. He do everything. He provide everything for me. Therefore, I have everything. So that's what spirituality is about. They have spiritual laws. They got spiritual karma. They got spiritual jail, spiritual judgment, spiritual debt. The world is a spiritual place. It makes me think about that song where, who was it? Cyndi Lauper, I think. We living in a material world. We living in a fucking spiritual world. That's what the fuck she really wanted to say. Anyway, write in the comment. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, and all that good shit. But let me hear some answers from around the world. I'm definitely interested to see how these how this spiritual challenge went. The reverse method. Anyway.